Hello there. Let's see how we can add a modal to React app using Dialog. Dialog is basically the version of a modal using HTML, which does a lot of things for you. So you don't need to add like accessibility things for opening a modal. So let's see. Let's just create quickly a modal component. And first, what we're gonna do, we're gonna quickly create some props and to have some interface there. So that's quickly there. I'm gonna take the children as well. The children in the props, and there we go. For now, we're gonna set the property open as optional, and then let's see. We then create a dialog where we have the children here, right? And we take the modal. We can put the modal anywhere where we want in the DOM. In the component here. So we have the modal, and let's add a button close modal. Let's add some text, some text here, and save this. And when you go to here, basically I need to quickly close this and restart the app. And when we go here, see nothing happens. We just have the open modal, but that's fine because we basically didn't tell the dialog to open. Just to show how it works, we need to get the ref of the dialog first. So we got the ref of the dialog here, and in order to show it how it works, I'm gonna add a use layout effect, and we're gonna take the dialog ref here and we say ref.current, and in order to open the dialog you need to just call show modal on the dialog, and because we are on strict mode and the use effects and use layout effect calls twice, we need to close the modal once the use effect layout is called, because you're gonna get an error if you don't close the modal. Let's see how that. So you're gonna get this. You can't execute show modal because it already open. This happened because the use effect happens 2 times. But if we add close, you see we have the modal here. So what is nice about this is basically we have a backdrop thing, which is this nice grayish type, and we actually have the accessibility. So now if I click tab, you see I get directly to the close modal and instead of open modal, so you don't need to worry about that anymore. So that's that. So let's see how we can do this in order to implement like a normal modal component for React. So what I need to do is to first create a use layout effect. We don't need this anymore because it was just for showing purposes. So we create a new layout effect. So let's add this boat as required. And then we're gonna open the modal when the open prop is true, and we're gonna close the modal when the open prop is false. We need to check also if the current modal is opened, so that we don't open it again if it is already open in the internal memory of the dialog. And if that happens, if this is true and this is false, we show the modal. If this is false and this is true, we close the modal. So we ensure that basically if the use effect gets called twice as it is in dev, basically we don't show the modal 2 times. So let's see. Here we just need to quickly create open modal state. We save a step there, and then we're gonna have open modal, and gonna have close here, right? And basically we want to open the model again here. I mean, you want to open the model when you click the open model. So let's see. When we click the open model, you see we get the model there, and we can close it. But we can't actually close it because we didn't add on click here. So let's add that there, not two function, just one. And now you see we can open and close the dialog. But the problem here is that we can't close it when we click outside the dialog. So how can we solve that? So let's see. In order to solve that, we basically need to add an on-click prop for the dialog. So we're gonna add that there. So we're gonna have this on-click prop. And what this does basically, it measures up if you click outside the boundaries of the dialog, right? But this will not basically work because we didn't call onClose anywhere. So how can we listen on the onClose event? Because we can only close the dialog using the internal value from the ref using close. So we need to listen somehow for the close event. So in order to do that, we create a new use layout effect where we basically add an event listener which listens to close, which listens when this function triggers. We're gonna call this function which has the onClose there, and what we do here, we add the event listener, and when this particular use layout effect mounts, we remove the event listener. So we do not have anything added that we don't need there. So now, because we are already listening on the close here, now if I go to the app and click outside, you see I can close the model. And I can close it by here, I can close it by here. And this happens because if we go to here, and we add some console log, it closes, and add back the setup model to false, refresh it, and you click there. You see when you click outside, it closes the model. And what it does, basically it listens on the close event for the dialog, and if I click close modal from here, it shows again. You see that two there. So this is basically how you can add the modal. And let's see how it looks actually in the HTML here. So we have the top layer, which is above everything in the app, even to HTML. And we have the dialog here. And basically here, you can see that it's above everything in the app. And one more thing, you wonder if I can, let's say you want to change the backdrop color, we can set it to red, for example. And when you open this, you see the backdrop is red. So basically you can customize the backdrop as well, which is super nice. And the nice thing about this is basically you don't need to worry about any positioning, any Z indexes, anything like that. And you also have the accessibility done. I already pressed tab here, and you can see that I got to the correct button, correct action that I can take, and I can press enter and the model closes, which is super nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to click like, subscribe for more videos like this, and you're gonna get this code in the description there, so you can just copy paste it to your project and you can use it super easily.